Trying to find good spots to film in the station is very difficult. I did not pick a good 150th station at all. I just want to say it's crazy to think. It's crazy for me to think that this used to be one of the only non-mainline station on the line. For a good while, you had Leamington, Coventry, Bedworth, Nuneaton. There was no Coventry and no Bermuda Park, no Kenilworth. Whereas now, there's a lot more stations on this line, and it's really cool to have. It's it's really cool, and also it's kind of sad because this is the last station really in this area that I haven't done. For me doing Guernsey and um, Hartlebury yesterday, with the exception really of Hereford, it's basically every station in this area done, which is kind of sad really. Um, but cool, it's cool but sad. Anyway, speaking of that, yesterday, as I mentioned at the start of the video, I went off and I ticked off two stations. I ticked off Guernsey and Hartlebury. So we're going to go ahead and use that really cool transition effect that I made, or I found. I don't want to say I made it. I found it, and transition back to yesterday and look at Guernsey and Hartlebury.
So, sadly, I don't actually have all that much footage of Danzy because I was traveling with a friend at the time, and I didn't really want to. I was spending the day with a friend. I didn't exactly want to shove a camera in their face. So here are some of the pictures from Danzy. But when I got to Hartlebury, my friend had gone home. So hello, Miney from the future. Miney from the past here. I'm here at Hartlebury. And I've got to say, I quite like it. Do you have any other words in your vocabulary, Miney, other than I've got to say, I quite like it? It's literally my go-to. I think I've edited like this is the 11th episode of these vlogs, and I think it's my literally. I think I've said it about every single station. Just like, I've got to say, I quite like it. It's like, yeah, we know you like it, Miney. Be a bit more descriptive, please. It's quite a nice station. I'm excited to explore it a bit more and have a look around. But yeah, I've got 45 minutes here, so let's have a poke around. Alright, I've made it over to the platform. I love that you can kind of see that they extended it, and it was the same on this bit too. You can kind of tell where the original platform ended and they've extended it. But yeah, so I've got about half an hour here now. Maybe ever slightly. It's a bit of an it's one of those annoying stations where there's only certain frequencies, and unfortunately 45 minutes was the best I could manage. So we're here for 45 minutes to have an explore and just enjoy, I guess. Also, another cool thing, old-fashioned sign, which I'll probably have to reverse in the edit. Yeah, cool. Love some old-fashioned signage. Yes, it was quite the adventure, and there was a really nice smelling like outdoor pub
type thing next to Hartlebury, and it was made me very hungry. But yeah, now we wait for our train to take us on to Bermuda Park, and it should be here in about 7 minutes.
Welcome aboard this West Midlands Railway service to Nuneaton. The next stop will be Bermuda Park.
Firstly, I apologise for the noise. Secondly, look how wonderful that sky is. Thirdly, we've made it to Bermuda Park. Another smallish station, so not too much to go on here. But, you know, it's a nice station. There is actually a lake over that way. I'm not going to go there today just because I don't have time. But on another day, I'd like to come back here. And it's one of the stations that's on my to revisit list. Because, you know, now that I've gone to most stations in the local area, I kind of have to start looking at revisiting certain stations to, yeah, occupy myself, because I'm not going to be able to go on new trips every month anymore, if that makes sense. Anyway, we've got about 25-ish minutes here, so I'm going to go ahead and chill and change platforms, because we're going to be getting the train coming back that we've just got off from the Nuneaton, and we're going to be getting that back to Coventry, because now we're going to a completely different area that might surprise you. This one, I don't think you'll ever see coming. There's a guy doing demo work over there. Is he? No, he's not doing demo work. He's washing the building. I thought he was doing demolition work. Man, I'm a twit. You really can tell that all these stations were built around the same time. Like Coventry Arena, Bermuda Park, Stratford-upon-Avon Parkway. Like, I was there yesterday, and this minus the footbridge, it's got a very similar feel to it. The odd one out is kind of Kenilworth, because obviously that's at the station building. But, you know, they've all got these nice sort of feeling, but it works, you know, like, if it works, yeah, I don't think it's bad. And honestly, for what it needs to be, you know, a station for the industrial estate over here, Bermuda Park as it's called, it does a good job, I think. Anyway, we've not got ages and ages, so let's change platforms before we keep rambling it on. Alright, now how do I get to platform 2 from here? This way, I think. Ah, yes, train to Coventry. Platform 2 by the underpass. This way. By the way, I don't know if I've ever mentioned how much I love the West Midlands Railway font. It's really cool. Alright, I've made it down here to the shelter. I'm going to come in here and wait out of the warmth because it's very hot. And yeah, we're going to wait for our train to take us back to Coventry. And then, oh goodness me. Yeah, we're going to wait for our train to take us back to Coventry. And then we're going to get a train from Coventry to Birmingham New Street. And then quickly jump from our train to Birmingham New Street to Wolverhampton. Then another train from Wolverhampton. But where? You'll just have to wait and see. So here at Coventry, just off the train. Now about to get onto an Atlantic train that will take us to Birmingham New Street. And then we've got another quick change at New Street to across country to Wolverhampton. Ah, joyous. But that's another cross platform, so we should be okay. Fingers crossed.
Okay then, now I want to take a quick moment and just talk you through what came next, because what came next was basically going from plan A to plan B to plan C, and that was basically making it all up on the train. So the next train I got on was the Avanti to Birmingham New Street. You can see it in my plan here. However, that train had a 3-minute connection at New Street, It wasn't too bad because it was 5 to 4B, so I thought, you know what, I can do that. But the train ended up being like 10 minutes or so late into Coventry. It made up a few minutes by the time we got to New Street, but it got to New Street late. So there was no way I was going to be able to make it. This is the train on real-time train. So basically, I'd get on this and I'd go to Wolverhampton. That would get me to Wolverhampton for 13:47. I'd then change to a West Midlands Railway service from Wolverhampton to take me to Shrewsbury, which would get me there at 14:47. Now, bearing in mind, this service starts at New Street, but because of the timings, I just wasn't going to make it before. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't going to basically make it for this train, so I had to meet this one at Wolverhampton because it goes the other way round. Now, bearing in mind, my train to Gobowen, which, spoiler alert, is where I'm going next, wasn't until 15:22. So, like, you know, this was fine. Then I was thinking, okay, back up. Can I do this one and run over to, I think it was on platform 6, the one I was looking at? So I'm like, can I do that in 4 minutes? And it's like, no, I don't really think I can. And this would have got me to Wolverhampton at 53, and then I would have met that train, the train that left at 57, so I'd have to quickly change platforms. You know, sort of like, can I make this connection? In the end, I said to myself, no, I probably can't make the connection. Is there an alternative? And what I realised was I was being a bit of an idiot, because there's this train, the 13:52, out of New Street, that gets into Shrewsbury 10 minutes later than my train that I was originally going to do with 2 connections, and it still gets there a good half an hour before the Gobowen train. So I end up just waiting around and getting on this one, which I will explain in the next clip, but I wanted to just sort of talk you guys through. Also, yeah, this is my plan. If you guys ever want me to do a video talking about how I plan my trips, let me know. Hi, hello, sorry for interrupting the video you're watching. I just wanted to take a moment and say that as much as I love making videos like this, they do unfortunately cost a fair bit of money because train travel in the UK is expensive. So, if you want to help contribute towards more videos like this, then you can go down to the description below where you'll find a link to my Ko-fi where you can tip to me there, and any money that goes on the Ko-fi goes towards train trips. So if you want to see more trips like the one in this video, then please do go and drop some money over there, if you can, of course. If you can't, then just liking and sharing the videos does just as much good and helps to get the videos out there. Thank you so much to everyone that does financially support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Now, back to the video.
Alright, I've made it here to Shrewsbury. It is now 3:05, and I want to tell you guys a funny thing. So, today, as I'm recording this on the 10th of May, my first train vlog has just gone out. I've just seen the notification say it's gone live. As in, the first proper vlog, the route, see, all of the top of the, not Camp Hill, I keep calling it Camp Hill. That line, like Block Switch, Landywood, Cannock, Hensford, Rushi Town and whatnot. That vlog has just gone out like 7 minutes ago. So the lighting is awful, there we go, that's a bit better. Yeah, that vlog has just gone out, so that's crazy to think that, you know, I'm starting to actually release these now. Like, you guys probably won't be seeing this, I think, till November, or maybe October, November, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to me. Anyway, now, we're waiting here for the 15:24 to take us off to Gobowen. I don't know if I've actually said that, but we're going to Gobowen for 10 minutes. Why? It's because the ticket goes up there and I, you know, be as well. So yeah, next up is Gobowen. Let's wait for this train to take us up there to Gobowen. I don't know why I said all that. Something I realised I forgot to mention, by the way. Well, 2 things. 1, continuity. I've changed my top. 2, we're back at Shrewsbury, which was my 100th station. So, coming here on the day that I have just done my 150th feels, kind of poetic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very happy. Look at the size of that! You ain't gonna miss that. Alright then, I've made it to Gobowen, and this is a really cool station. I'm glad that I came here now. I haven't got much time here, although my train has been delayed by 10 minutes, so win, because there is some circuit delay time at Shrewsbury, so still a win. But yeah, here at Gobowen, which is still very much in old Arriva Trains Wales colours. You can see the blue. I don't know, I can't really see my phone right now because the sun's shining on it, so I don't know if I'm actually pointing to the right spots or if I'm just pointing to the ground, but this is Gobowen. I really like it. As we were coming in, there was a line that kind of branched in. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have a look on Google Maps later and see if I can work it out, if I remember, because there's a lot of things today. Also, seems to be an abandoned bay platform here, which is interesting. Reminds me a bit of Worcester Shrub Hill, which has a similar sort of effect. But yeah, we've made it to Gobowen. It's also got some really nice, a really nice old-fashioned sign, which I'll try and get a picture of. But yeah, also there's a level crossing down there, so I can't take forever, but I'm just walking, as I usually try to do, to the end of the platform, and then walking back. Also, why is the yellow line on this side more pronounced than the one on the other side? Why? That's a weird thing. But yeah, anyway, let's have a little wander around and see what we can find, as ever, here at Gobowen. Look at this building. Just look at how cool it is. Also, Gobowen. But yeah, look how cool it is. Also, giant semaphore. It was weird stepping underneath it. Yeah, let's cross the level crossing. My train's about 12 minutes late, so lots of delay.
Enjoy this calm, because next, things got very, very chaotic.
Alright, I'm going to come over here real quick and talk to you guys. I can't fill you fully in because I just don't have the time. But we're here at Stone. Why am I here? Last time you saw me we were at Gobowen. Well, it's been nightmarish. Let's just say heat plus signalling faults plus Victorian infrastructure equals chaos. I will tell you more when we get back to Stafford. But yeah, I haven't got long here. Stone's nice station. Love the old building. Definitely will be coming back here when I have a bit more time. But now we're going to be getting the train back to Stafford, and I'm waiting for the train to go from Stafford through to back to Birmingham and end our day. But yeah, let's change platform. I made it back to Stafford, and I'm just going to sit here, I think, for the next hour or so, wait for my train, because I doubt I'm not going to make it back to Crewe. The train that I was going to get up to Crewe is already running late, and that was a tight connection anyway. But yeah, honestly, you might have noticed also I'm wearing a different top. I bought a new one, because that cross-country service coming up from Penkridge was nightmarish. Absolutely nightmarish. Good old Victorian infrastructure. I'll leave the Pendolino's leaving. Yeah, I'll leave Miney from the edit to talk about what happened when I tried to go from Gobowen to Stoke-on-Trent.
Hello, Miney from the edit here. To put it simply, I got the train back from Gobowen direct to Wolverhampton, looking to connect to a cross-country service to take me north to Stoke-on-Trent to connect to a service to Stone. And I ran into an issue of the fact that me not realising there was a Wolves game between Wolves and Brighton Albion. And I happened to get back to Wolverhampton right as all the fans were going home. So I ended up basically stuck in a sea of football fans. I nearly had a bit of an anxiety attack. I didn't, thankfully, and I'm quite proud of myself for that. But it was quite a stressful moment. I ended up cramming myself onto a cross-country service the cross-country service, which was late, to Stoke-on-Trent. But I ended up getting off early at Stafford because we got delayed between Stafford and Wolverhampton because of a signalling fault around the Penkridge area, where basically 3 signals cables had been burnt out by the heat because, Victorian infrastructure. So the signaller was having to guide each train through each signal one at a time, and as you can imagine, a queue formed quite quickly, which was fun. So basically it took us about half an hour to get between the 2 stations, which is normally about a 15-ish minute journey. So it was not fun. It was boarding hot, so once I got to Stafford, I got off the train and I walked about 9 or so minutes to the nearest shop, which was a Sainsbury's, and I bought myself this new top, which you can see, and some deodorant, and freshened myself up a bit because I just felt horrible after getting off that train. I don't know why I built cross countries into the plan. I think if I don't need to, I'm not going to build cross countries into my plan ever again because that was awful. But yeah, that was my journey between Gobowen and Stone. I got to Stafford, got back, got on the train, which was thankfully quite quiet. I got it up to Stone, and yeah, that was basically what you missed. So unfortunately, I missed going more time at Stone, and I also missed going to Kidsgrove again. But all for another day.
Yes, it was nightmarish. I'm still quite traumatised from it, I have to admit. But yeah, we've got half an hour now, so we can sit and we can chill and we can watch some trains and actually, have a nice time. But we did it, guys. We got Stone, so we've got up to 153 stations now, which is insanely cool. But yeah, in the meantime, let's sit, relax, and enjoy some trains.
This is a passenger safety announcement. If you have heavy luggage or pushchairs, lifts are located at the centre of all platforms and on the concourse. Thank you.
Eventually.
Alright then. My train's on the way. I did hear on the radio a little mention about Birmingham International. I got worried because of all the problems going on around Penkridge. But no, it does seem to be going down there. Thank goodness. And because I've got the ticket anyway, if it goes to rugby, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, it's coming in now. Here comes the Pendolino. We're heading off to probably Birmingham International. I was going to go to rugby and then back up again, but that's probably not going to happen. I'm way too tired. And I'm going to go back to International at 9:30. I think that's enough for one day. But yeah, here it comes. Off we go to Birmingham International. Probably, unless I have a phase of madness. And just like that, I'm back where I was when I started the video, just a little bit under 24 hours ahead of where I was. But yeah, I am exhausted and I don't have much time, unfortunately, so what I'm going to do, because I want to make sure I can talk about everything, is I'm going to do some more editing magic and we're going to do the outro at home. So, here we go.
Whoa. Okay, I'm back home and wearing the same outfit. This is totally the same day. And I'm totally not filming this 4 weeks later because I've just been procrastinating and editing this video. No, that's definitely not what's happened here. This is going to be it for today's video, guys. editing this vlog has been longer than I was expecting. And it's actually come out a lot longer than I was expecting it to be. I apparently am just very good at making about 15-minute long episodes, which I then have to split into 2 parts, because for me 50 minutes is just a bit too long to be, you know, releasing these episodes. So yeah, but thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed this video and you want to see more content like this on the channel, please don't forget to like it. And if you are new around here, please do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the future videos just like this one, guys. Don't forget to go into the description below if you want to support me on Ko-fi, if you want to support these trips, because they do cost money, believe it or not. This one actually, these 2 days actually cost me about 55 quid-ish. When you factor in like food and drink and yeah, stuff like that. So they do sadly start to cost, but they're a lot of fun and definitely worth it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video, guys. Goodbye.